Hello again, everybody. Back doing some more winter sowing, and this is the time of year to do it. I know most people are busy with Christmas and things, decorating and cooking and baking. But since it's COVID and we're laying low, I figured I'd start my winter sowing early this year. So someone blessed me with some, these are almost 4-gallon, just shy of 4-gallon jugs. So my goal is to do as many of these as possible, and it'll cut down on my winter sowing sessions. Right now I'm starting a lot of cold weather crops, things that are not as frost sensitive as others, and getting those outside so I can also do updates, which will encourage others as they see the progress to do so themselves, so that they can have plants for the spring. I know in Michigan this past year it was really hard for people to be able to even go to the store and get plant starts. A lot of their garden centers were shut down, and I just want to show other people that there are other ways to obtain plants and grow your garden each year. I'm going to link a couple things at the bottom. One is going to be what I used to put holes in the bottom of the jug for drainage is a soldering gun that I got from Harbor Freight. It was $4.99. It is worth every penny. I use it to put holes in the bottoms of my jugs. You can use power drill. Some people use they'll heat like a knife, the tip of a knife on their stove, and they'll use that to poke holes in. Just use whatever it is that you have available for you. Another thing that I use to seal up my jugs is painter's tape. It's by Duck, but it works great. Stays on there even when it's raining and the elements are kind of crazy. Seeds, also important. You can get those from different places. Dollar Trees are everywhere. Dollar General has seeds usually come spring. My Gardener is a place that you can go online and order seeds. Rareseeds.com. Ohio Heirloom. There's so many places. I will link them down in the description, and you can check those out for yourself. Another thing that I use inside these jugs is labels, and I use paint pens to write on my labels. Paint pens, these specific paint pens are awesome. They don't fade throughout the season. From the time you put them out there in the jugs to the time the season's over, they still look just good and fresh as the first day that you did them. So I'm gonna get started. First things first is gonna be to put holes in the bottom of this jug. Now this jug has some water in it because it was outside and it rained yesterday, so I'm gonna drain that out into my soil back here. So I don't want it to dump out all over me with the holes in the bottom. And I'm gonna start here by putting holes in. It's super easy. This thing gets hot, and you can probably hear and see. I'll just put multiple holes because you want to have good drainage. You don't want your plants to be susceptible to root rot because of poor drainage, because that is very discouraging when you think your plants are doing good and all of a sudden they die. Okay, so I have my holes in the bottom, super quick, only takes a couple seconds to get that done. Next, I'm going to use a knife to cut this in half. You want to cut it in half, but not completely in half. You want to leave a small hinge so you can open and close this jug as needed. Okay, super easy. It looks like I need to do some more cutting. Now, I know in the winter sowing group that I'm a part of on Facebook that there are many people from different zones that use this method, and it is very effective and awesome. Okay, so here it is. Open and close, and springtime when it starts getting those super warm days down here in the south. We have a lot of those. And you want to open this up and let your plants get that fresh sunlight and breeze to help strengthen them, things like that. You can open it up, and then at night you can close it back up and protect them from any cold weather that might come. So I'm going to fill this with some soil. Get a cup over here. Yes, my husband is an Ole Miss fan. Okay, so we're going to fill this up with soil. Takes a little bit, because like I said, this is almost 4 gallons. Okay. So that amount of soil feels sufficient. Okay. So next I'm going to take, I think I'm going to sow some yellow poppy seeds that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take these, open them up. Now I broadcast seeds like this. These are flowers. This is for my pollinators. Now my tomatoes, I will go in and put holes and be very careful about the number that I put in. But for these, I'm just going to pour them in there. You can see the seeds, very tiny. Some of them are hitting the floor. So we're going to sprinkle these all over. Okay. So just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Alright, now we're going to just lightly, these seeds are so tiny, I mean so tiny. I'm not going to cover them, I'm just going to rub around in here and just kind of lightly cover them with soil. Okay, so next I'm going to take my label, write the names on it, poppies, and these are gold, extra golden. Today's date. Today is 12/23/20. Okay. So I'll know when I started it. I also have a journal that I write down everything in so that I can keep track of things. So I'm going to take this, put it inside here, like so. Close it up. Next I will use my painter's tape, and I'm going to use this to go around the jug to seal it off. Help hold in that heat, helps hold in that moisture, have a good greenhouse effect. We'll go from there. And it is simple as that. And then you'll take this, set it outside. It will get the rain from the top, and it will do what nature does. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.